Okay guys, so today we are back and the next day the hide for the mukluks is now soaked. So what we need to do today, what the next step is we're going to take this hide out of the water, put it outside to let it drip off for about half an hour to an hour, and then I will make a mixture out of the brain of the animal, plus rendered fat of the animal and warm water. And this mixture I will rub into the hide, all over the hide kinda, and then we fold it together. We put it in a cool place for about 2 days, and then after that I will come back and we will soften the hide. For the hard bottom soles I'm going to make, I take the other part of the hide and I will probably cut the sections I kinda need, that I have the right grain direction and stuff, and then I will nail them on a board to dry again to get hard. Okay, let's do that. Okay, for that I brought my old shoes as a kind of a guide. So, and I need to see the direction of the fur. It's going like kind of this way, sideways, like this. So that's where I need to get the hard bottom made from. So, from this area right here, and this one from right here, I suppose. Okay. This is a thick hide. That's why it's chosen that side on the front of the animal, because around the neck you have the thickest hide on an animal. And that will give me the thickest possible sole, the thickest leather. Okay, here's the first part. This is just a rough cut. Fine trimming we do once we build that thing, and basically now I can make a mirrored image of it. So, okay guys, here's my two soles. I will let them dry now a little bit and drip as well. And this part here, this is not wasted. What we're going to do is we let this dry as well. And this is material for awesome knife sheath, or other kinds of crafts. So we don't want to waste too much on that animal. That's why we will use this as well. So friends, the hard bottom soles are now semi-dry. And what I do is I nail them on the board so they don't shrink too much. So those ones are nailed on, and what I will do now is I will put them under the roof there outside, and I'm gonna let them dry on the fresh air outside for at least 3-4 days. So to make you better understand what we are doing here, I got my ingredients together here to demonstrate you again what we are going to do, right? And how this brain tanning actually works. Okay, let's start again at those hard bottom soles. The hard bottom soles, we are not tanning. This is not tanning. We are not transforming them into leather. We are just letting them dry and get hard into rawhide. And rawhide is more tough and resilient than leather will be. Leather is soft. When you walk on it, you walk it through easier than you do with the rawhide. Okay, that's why we let those ones just turn hard into rawhide again. What we want to achieve with the elk hide, we want to achieve a soft finish like this. You see this? This is a brain tanned deer hide I made, and you see how nice and soft and supple that is. So this is what we want to recreate. Yeah? And in order to do that, we need to take the brain of the elk, right? Which is this here. Yeah? So, and we need to take some fat. Right? This here is a rendered fat from the elk, yeah? Together mixed with some buffalo, I guess, just because I had some left. But yeah, this is the fat of the elk. So you can use basically to soften or tan your fur. You can use the parts of the animal to do it with. Every animal, so to speak, has a big enough brain to tan its complete own hide, and it has enough fat as well. So what we need to do is we take this brain, we put it in that pot, right? And we put some of the fat together in there, and then we put lukewarm water in it, and then we squish it into a slurry. Right? So, and once that is done, and we have a nice little slurry, kind of whitish, yeah, kind of looking, you know, creamy substance in that pot. Yeah, we're going to rub it into the elk hide on the flesh side. Yeah. So, what that does then is the following. Once we have this rubbed into the damp hide there, the enzymes and the fats of the brain will penetrate into the leather while the water is kind of evaporating out. Then the fat penetrates into the skin. So, and when it does that, the enzymes, there's a chemical process, I'm not too educated on that, how that exactly works, whatever, I just know it works. and natives made it since thousands of years, and they didn't know what the kind of fats are in there and what they do, right? What they do is, and that's fact, they transform the rawhide into leather. And what happens is that those fats, they go in between the collagen and the fibers of the hide. You know, hide consists out of fibers like that, right? So, and there's a collagen in between, kinda, and when that gets dry, it gets hard, and then you have a strong bond, like fiberglass, right? Nature's fiberglass. So, when you put fats in between that layer, then it can't stick together no more. Once you soften it, you put this in between, it can't stick together no more, and thus the skin gets soft. So I hope that is explained the right way. If there's somebody who knows it better, let me know. Yeah, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to make now some warm water, and then I mix that in that pot, and then we go from there. So in order to do this whole process, it helps when you're out in the field to find a nice grassy surface. Of course, your hide is damp on the other side as well, so it picks up all the dirt and dust. So the grassy area is better. Okay. I need to wait for the water heater to get the water hot, and then keep going. Okay guys, one more thing before we do this. The brain is one of the first organs that starts to decay and rot. And therefore, if you do that yourself, make sure you have no cut on your finger, or use gloves, because you don't want to have a nasty blood infection because of the decaying brains. So, enough of that talk. So here's that brain, and here is some water. I need to get it a little colder. I'm going to show that brain to you up close now. So, as you see, here's that brain, right? It's thawing up now. I hope I can get it all squished in, that it's not too frozen in the middle yet. I will mix it right in this pot. This one is just for safety. I don't want to mess it up. So, see how the water is? It's still a little hot. So, we need to wait a little, and then we can continue. Because if the water is too hot, then you cook the brain matter. You don't want to do that. So you need to have kind of body temperature. Okay, now we have some nice lukewarm water. We add some. Now we start mixing the brain into this lukewarm water. Still a little frozen. Hey guys, do you see all the memories escape? all those fats from the brain need to be nicely dissolved. So now we're going to add some of the fat. In there as well. So, now you apply that to the hide. Let's do that. In every nook and cranny, they say. Okay, so now you fold this hide together. You can take the bigger chunks out of here. So you take the hide and you fold it together on itself. That's like so. Okay. What you try to do is try to have it covered completely. Now we fold this on top of that and like so. And then we fold this end over to this side. Okay. So guys, that's it for today. You know, the hide is sitting there now. I will probably take it in the shop and put it there somewhere where I have like 15 degrees, 20 degrees, something like that. Let it turn around and yeah, then we see what happens in 2 days, right? Yeah, in the field, you could put that somewhere close to your shelter, right? Or close, you know, close proximity in the shelter, kind of. Or if you have a teepee, in the teepee or in the tent, so it's out of the weather. And if you're in bear country, then I advise you that you don't do that, or you have a really big gun. So, okay, guys. I see you in the next video. I'll show you how to soften that bugger, and then we get into the process of actually starting making the boots. Okay guys, see you then, and until then please leave me a message here, subscription, a like, whatever you like, right? And then I will be really, really happy if you do that. Okay, see ya.